Now, Storm Watch 12 weather with meteorologist Oliver Smith.
Well, temperatures west of the Cascades along the Oregon coast weren't too bad for today. It was 92 in Medford, 84 as official high over in Grants Pass, upper 60s along the Oregon coast. But to head east and south, and temperatures very hot. Klamath Falls and into the Shasta Valley between 98 and 103 degrees. So all the activity now is off to our east. The coolest air is way off to our northwest. We'll get some of that here in the next several days. It's just going to take a little while for it to get here though. Compared to 24 hours ago, Grants Pass, Medford, and Lakeview roughly around 10 degrees cooler, so actually feels fairly nice. It's 70 in Lakeview, 62 in Christmas Valley, 71 in Medford, 76 for both Montague and Mount Shasta City, and 50s along the Oregon coast. We'll stay 50s along the Oregon coast for tonight, 57 in Grants Pass, 60 in Medford, upper 50s to low 60s into the Shasta Valley and east the Cascades, generally into the low to mid 50s. For tomorrow, I'll be looking at mid to upper 90s east of the Cascades, upper 90s for the Shasta Valley, upper 80s to low 90s for the Rogue Valley, and generally mid 70s along the Oregon coast. So for our stormcast for tomorrow, what we're going to be looking at is one more round of dry thunderstorms, at least possible, or at least limited rainfall thunderstorms out towards Lake County late tomorrow afternoon. All the rest of the area looking fairly nice, and then we get towards Tuesday, still another chance out towards Lakeview, although it may be a little bit less compared to what we've seen for today and of course for tomorrow, so progressively less the next couple of days. Areas shaded in brown, this is the best chance from the Storm Prediction Center, indicating the best chance where we could be looking at some dry lightning. Again, new fire starts are possible in the areas shaded in brown, which is pretty much just to the east of Klamath Falls, but that doesn't mean that you won't get them over in Klamath Falls. Now we're still going to continue with the smoke into the region once we go through tomorrow morning. A little bit of that north breeze pushing the smoke into the Rogue Valley. Eventually it pushes off from the northwest towards the south and the east throughout the afternoon and into the evening. But like what we're going to be looking at for now, the smoke continues off east of the Cascades, kind of drifts towards the west when there's not much wind. And then Tuesday afternoon, it starts to push off from the west again towards the east. So kind of the same scenario day in and day out. Now the big thing is going to be for tomorrow is pretty windy along the Oregon coast. Could be looking at wind gusts 30 to 40 miles an hour, at least that's the possibility. We go to Tuesday as well. Now, if we get any of these winds out of the northeast over towards Brookings, we could really be looking at that Chetco effect, but it's kind of borderline at this time. So the hottest temperatures right now, we're off to our east and to our south. They kind of drift a little bit closer for us for tomorrow, although we don't actually get warmer here in Medford. Down to the south, temperatures will be fairly similar. But by the time we get towards Tuesday, we'll start getting a little bit more of an onshore push, and then temperatures up to our north. But hotter weather really starts to build in for our region for Tuesday and into Wednesday. We're going to be about 5 to 10 degrees above average. But the system finally moves into our region just close enough on Thursday where temperatures finally start to cool off. We get a bit more of an onshore flow at that point. And then temperatures going to be closer to average for Thursday, Friday, and into this weekend. So notice how there's no big bright red at the end of the weekend. So here's your forecast for the Oregon coast. We'll stay into the 70s through Tuesday, and then generally upper 60s to right around 70 degrees for the latter part of the week and into next weekend. Variable low clouds at times. For Northern California, pretty hot for Tuesday, 104, 102 on Wednesday. And then temperatures drop a little bit more towards the comfortable range, comfortable kind of heat as we get to the latter part of the week. Klamath Basin, again, you still have that slight chance of showers and thunderstorms tomorrow through Wednesday, and mostly out towards Lake County, and then temperatures dropping into the 80s by Friday. Cascades, we're looking fairly dry for the next several days. Temperatures into the 80s, dropping into the 70s by the middle part of the week. Overnight lows actually dropping back into the 40s eventually. And for the Rogue Valley, 92 for tomorrow, so not too bad in terms of the heat, but it gets hot on Tuesday and Wednesday. And then temperatures drop back closer to average by the end of the week.